Hi, I'm James with Tornado, and today we're going to take a look at the features of your new CB30 upright vacuum. When you first receive your CB30, the handle, the wand, the hose, and the accessories will need to be attached to the machine. The handle slides in right here. There are two settings, depending on the operator's preference. Once in, lock in place with this yellow latch. Attach the hose to the wand by sliding them together until they click in place. Press the hose into this opening until it clicks in place. There's a latch here on the side that will allow you to remove the hose. For the accessories, simply snap into the correct holder on the back of the machine. One of the nice features about the CB30 is that all of the operator touch points are colored yellow. On-off switch, front cover release, brush height adjustment, cord is yellow, cord release is yellow, handle release, hose access, and foot pedal. All colored yellow operator touch points. Now let's talk about the bag housing. You can remove the front cover of this machine by lifting up this yellow handle here. Set the cover aside. Now you can access the three main filters of this machine: the disposable bag filter, the motor filter, and the HEPA filter. The machine comes standard with the HEPA filter, rating it CRI Gold for the Carpet and Rug Institute. To remove the bag when it's full, simply pull this red lever right here out, slide the bag out. You can dispose of the bag, get a new bag, slide it back into place, and reattach the lever. For the motor filter, we lift this red latch, pull it straight out, put it back in, we repeat the process in reverse, snap it back into place. For the HEPA filter, we lift up, slide it out, now we can replace it, and slide it back in, snap it back into place. To protect against operator error, the CB30 will not operate without the bag or the motor filter in place. Okay, let's take a look at the base of this machine. In the center of the base, you'll see this yellow knob. This is the brush height adjustment knob. Turning it clockwise will raise the brush. Turning it counterclockwise will lower the brush. To properly set the height of the brush, start with the brush at the highest setting, turning it one level at a time until it makes contact with the floor. As the brush wears, the height adjustment will get lower and lower. Eventually the roller will need to be replaced. Remember, lower is not always better. Best results come from a properly set brush height. Once your brush height is set, you're now ready to vacuum. Simply depress the foot pedal right here with your foot, lean it back, and you can start vacuuming. All right, so let's talk about how you remove the brush from the CB30. While a screwdriver is required, you can also, in a pinch, use a coin, such as a quarter, to remove it. Simply twist this, or using a quarter, you can actually do the same thing and remove the screws from the machine. One of the reasons that we've decided to use screws on our bearing block is that we would prefer to have a more secure fit so that the bearing block does not fall off of the machine. Once the screws are removed, we can pop the bearing block off, twist the brush, and slide it right out of the machine. Once you have the brush out, and if you'd like to clean the base area, simply twist these three yellow knobs, line them up, and the bottom plate comes right off. Now you can clean the bottom plate, or you can clean out the brush housing. Okay, let's take a minute and talk about cord maintenance. It's very important that you always have all three prongs on the plug end of your cord, especially the ground plug. This protects the operator. You should also check your cord regularly for any cuts or breaks in it. If there are cuts or breaks in the cord, the machine should be taken out of service until it is repaired. To avoid damaging your cord, properly unplug your machine. To extend the life of the cord, you should properly wrap the cord on the machine after each use. Use the cord hooks that are here, wrap up around. You don't have to wrap it extremely tight, just simply wrap it loosely around each one of the cord hooks. Should you need to replace the cord on the CB30, first thing you're going to want to do is remove the hose and the wand, get it out of the way. Let's just set it aside. We're going to want to loosen the cord up just a little bit through the cord restraint, and then we're going to use a screwdriver with a T20 Torx driver inserted into it. Simply remove these two screws here and here. You have to lift up this little component right here, and then the entire housing lifts straight up. One of the nice features of the CB30 is it has a thermal reset on the motor. If the machine gets overheated or if it gets clogged up, the thermal reset will engage and the machine will shut down. This is a normal thing. All you need to do is allow the machine to cool for up to 30 minutes. Once it's cool, flip the switch back on and off, the machine should start right back up. So one of the nice features of the CB30 is that it has a clutch system that's designed to protect the brush motor and the belt from damage if something gets lodged in it. We can demonstrate that by putting a rag into the brush motor. If you flip the brush on and off, it'll re-engage the clutch and the brush will continue to work. You can do this hundreds of times and it'll continue to function properly over and over and over. This feature is designed to protect the brush motor and the belt. Now let's talk about how to remove a clog from the CB30. This will happen occasionally. It's very simple to remove. We start out with the hose and the wand. This is one of the most common places for there to be a clog. There's a latch here. We simply push that. That releases the hose. We lift up on our wand, and now we can access our wand. We can actually look through the wand and see if there's anything clogged in it. If there is, we can remove it from the wand. If there's nothing in the wand or the hose, then we're going to move further down the machine. We can access the hose from the brush head by depressing these two little tabs together and pulling directly out. Now I can access and I can see all the way into the brush head where there is most likely a clog. Putting it back into place, we simply slide back in like such. Okay, let's see the CB30 in action. First, we're going to try it in a pretty harsh setup with rock salt on the floor. Now let's try it with the wand. Same rock salt up against an edge. Okay, now let's try the same vacuum, the same bag, only this time let's use sand. So finally, let's take a look at what we picked up. I think we've proven that the CB30 will pick up just fine. And there you have it. Your CB30 is ready to clean like a tornado.